I know my last video was about a month ago and it was right before Halloween, but this one is a couple of days before Thanksgiving, and here in Florida we're actually experiencing some cold weather in the 60s and 70s, and yeah, so I decided to shoot the rest of this outside in my garage because it's so beautiful. But yeah, so like I said, today I wanted to bring you something different. I know my last couple of videos were about makeup and my career and what I love to do. My passion is makeup, but I was feeling like it was a little bit repetitive, so I wanted to do something different and something unique that I haven't seen yet. And I was looking online, YouTubing, and Googling, and I have not come across a jewelry holder that could hold chokers in the way that I wanted them, or the way that I pictured it in my head. I have about 10, and I have them all thrown up and thrown in the jewelry, in my jewelry box. And if you're anything like me, I'm very visual and I don't like mess and clutter. I'm a little anal like that. So I wanted to come up with an idea of displaying chokers in a beautiful way without having them clump together. So I decided to make it where it was hanging on the wall and you can visually see the chokers. And after weeks, I finally came up with an idea, and here it is. It's finally here for you guys to see. It wasn't that long. The only thing is I didn't realize how long paint takes to dry, so this took me a couple days to do, but other than that, it was super easy. And yes, let's get started. I hope you enjoy.
Alright, so first thing you're going to need is a picture frame like this one. I really like the detailing of it around the glass, as well as being able to open it. I like this feature because it could almost be displayed as an art piece on the wall once your necklaces are inside. And if you go ahead and turn it around, you can see these brackets are heavy duty and you will not have to worry about it falling off the wall once you open it up. Next, I'm going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to prep my picture frame for spray painting. This is not done in any particular reason. I just know where I didn't want the paint to be, so that's where I covered it up. I covered up along the edges, and I used my nails to get in the cracks because, guys, getting the spray paint off was a pain in the ass. Trust me, it happened to me, and I should have been a little bit more cautious. But yes, this is definitely a step that I recommend that you do not miss. You do the inside as well as the outside depending on the type of effect and the looks that you want. Alright, now that the inside is all done, I closed it up and did the same thing for the etching on the outside. Alright, taking some paper towels, I went ahead and measured it out because I needed to cover the glass on the outside and inside, as well as the inside tapestry. I didn't do this in any particular way. I just tried to conserve as much paper as possible, and you can use anything else. I was originally going to use plastic bags, but for some reason I cut it all strange and it didn't fit. So I found this to be the next best thing, but actually it was the best thing for this situation. Alright, once that is all done, I went ahead and took some clear tape and covered up the brackets so that way I would not get any spray paint on them, figuring when the spray paint dries it would be difficult to open and close it, and I did not want issues once I hung it up. So yeah, so I went ahead and covered it up, and voila! Taking my paint and primer spray paint from Home Depot, I'm going ahead and spraying in no particular order the picture frame. What I do recommend, guys, is when you are spray painting, try to be not so close. If you do spray a lot at a very close range, it tends to bubble and look clumpy or like shitty in a way. So try to be far away, and layering is the best bet. Like, as you could tell, I had to go over it 2 or 3 times in stroke motions to get the exact color that I wanted to prevent that bubbling that I was saying. Once going in, I took my patio paint in the gold color, and I wanted to do some type of marble effect, which is like a glazed over. I thought I could do it using the plastic from newspapers, but if you could see, it was giving me like just dots everywhere. So what I decided to do was I poured some of that gold patio paint onto the floor, and I dipped the plastic directly into it and back onto the picture frame, and that is the exact look that I was going for. So I repeated that process throughout the whole picture frame, and it turned out just exactly what I imagined. Using the same gold from the patio paint palette, I am taking a smaller brush and just applying it to the embellished sides of the picture frame all throughout. Alright, now that the paint has dried, which took about a day or two, I'm taking this gold colored fabric that I bought from Joann's Fabric for $2.99, and I'm placing this over the picture frame just to get an idea of what I need to cut and what I need to leave. What I did do and what I recommend doing is tracing out or making little dots on each corner so you know where you need to cut. That's what I did, and it was actually a helpful guide for me. And along the way, I placed it on top just so I know that I didn't cut too much off or see if I needed to cut any extra off. And like I said, it doesn't need to be exact. What I'm doing is just cutting off a little bit extra that I see needs to be cut off. But yeah, once I finished that, cutting that little piece off, what I did was I put it back on, and if it's a little bit over, that's fine. We are going to tuck the edges into the canvas with a razor blade. So if it's off by a centimeter or a millimeter, don't worry. As you can see, the sides are hanging off. I just tucked those in. Well, I cut that extra piece off and then tucked the rest in. This general purpose spray adhesive, I'm going to spray the canvas and the fabric. Well, honestly, I overdid it. Man, this stuff is sticky, guys. This is no joke. You're gonna see I'm literally fighting with the fabric because it's sticking to everything. So what I recommend is maybe gluing just the fabric and then putting it on, or gluing the canvas and then laying the fabric on top, because it was a little bit difficult because I glued so much shit. So yeah, it was definitely fighting with me. So once I started to flatten it out, I realized that I was gonna need something a little bit more sharper to really make it stick and be more precise. You can use a credit card, anything flat. I just decided to use my hand and a razor blade that I've had in my house, and which actually came in handy. And with that razor blade is what I used to actually tuck in the sides that you'll see a little bit to make it look like it was already part of the picture frame. So yeah, so just take this razor blade and just scrape out all the bubbles and all the extra adhesive that you don't need and flatten it out, and it really does make it stick together. Alright guys, and this is what it looks like without anything inside. Alright, these petite pearlized pins are going to be what hold the necklaces in place, and as you could tell from the top three, I've already stretched them and pinned them in place. What you're going to do is you're going to place pins on both ends of the necklace, and guys, don't worry, these pins do not affect the necklace whatsoever. Alright guys, and there you have it, the final finished product, choker holder, never before seen on the internet. I hope you enjoy.
you enjoyed it. It did take me some time, like I said, I didn't realize how long the paint took to dry, but other than that, everything was pretty self-explanatory and really simple. You can, you can alter it to how you want, and I honestly think that this is the coolest thing I've ever made, and it's gonna inspire me to start making more home videos, I guess, because I'm a girl and I don't like the cookie cutter things, everything that we see, so I like to put my spin on it. So yeah, if you enjoyed it and you want to see things like this, please comment below and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon.